Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about the best Airbnbs near Walt Disney World. Now I will preface with saying there are hundreds of Airbnb options near Disney, so it was nearly impossible for me to go through all of them, but I did spend a good amount of time sorting through a lot. So I have narrowed it down to my top 5. I've got my top 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom options. So I'm really excited to share these with you guys. Before we dive in, make sure that you're subscribed if you're not already. I have lots of other money-saving hacks when planning your Disney vacation. So I'll have a couple of those videos linked down below. And make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And I think that's it. So let's dive in. Now, I know staying off property has become more and more popular due to the consistent price increases on property, but I also know that booking an Airbnb can be a little nerve-wracking if you've never done it before. So hopefully this video can help give you some tips and kind of put your mind at ease to see some of the options that are out there. But I do have a couple of tips I want to share before we dive into the 5 Airbnbs that I want to show you. My first tip is about transportation. You're going to have to decide if taking an Uber for the entire length of your vacation is the best fit, or if renting a car is going to be the best fit. One thing I would look at first when deciding what type of transportation to use is the actual location of the Airbnb. So unlike a lot of on-property or even off-property hotels, you're not just 5-10 minutes away from the parks. Some Airbnbs are going to be very, very close, but I would say the majority of them are in a 15 to 20 minute range from the parks. So you're gonna have to decide if the cost of an Uber there and back from the parks every day, if you're taking a break, if you wanna do a grocery run, do the math and see what that adds up to be. And you can typically see the community that a lot of these Airbnbs are in. So you're not gonna get the actual address until you have fully booked your Airbnb, but you can see the community that it's in. And so you can Google from there. I'll show you this here in a minute, but you can Google where the community is and kind of do a Google map time, how long it would take you to get to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, etc. So hopefully that's helpful when deciding what type of transportation to use. Personally, I like renting a car. I like having the flexibility of being able to stop at Publix on the way back from the parks and things like that if we need to pick up groceries, and being able to just kind of come and go as we please. I really, really like that. And you've paid a fixed amount and you can kind of budget accordingly ahead of time. So that's why I like a rental car, but do the math for your family and see what makes sense, but you will have to think about transportation when it comes to an Airbnb. My second tip is to know what to expect when it comes to the total cost per night at your Airbnb. So if you're unfamiliar with booking an Airbnb, one thing to know is that price per night is the average price per night of what they charge year round. So let's say there's an Airbnb and the price per night says $150 a night. Just know that in January, they could be charging $100 a night, but in their peak season in June, let's say, they're charging $200 a night. They're gonna list $150 as their average price per night. So depending on what time of year you're gonna go, you might get a slightly different cost, just like you would at any other resort or hotel, but it's really helpful to know. And then also know that that price per night is excluding the Airbnb fee, the cleaning fee, and taxes. So you will need to click all the way through up until the confirm your booking portion of the page to where you can see the actual total cost, where it does include all of those taxes and fees. So just know that up front when you are researching and looking at different Airbnbs. It's just helpful to know. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the Airbnbs that I have picked out. I am so excited to share these with you guys. I'm gonna start with the 1-bedroom option and work our way up. So starting with the 1-bedroom option here. This Airbnb is in a condominium building, so it's in a large community setting. It's listed at $99 per night. It sleeps 4 people. So you have 1 bedroom, a full kitchen, a living space, a little mini dining area, and then it does have a pull-out sofa that can sleep 2 additional people. It has 500 square feet And as you can see, the theme is so fun and I love this. So I know that some people love staying in hotels that have more of a modern, more relaxed vibe to it, but then sometimes when you're coming to Disney, you really want the over-the-top Mickey Mouse themed option. So I love that there are Airbnbs out there that provide that, to where you don't have to stay at All-Star Movies or Art of Animation to get that really fun Mickey Mouse classic theming. This community does include a fitness center, a game room, a community pool, so lots of fun going on here. And it is about a 10 to 15 minute drive to the park, so really not that bad. What I did is I just looked at the community that this condo is located in, and I just Googled directions to each of the parks, and it averaged a 10 to 15 minute drive. So again, not that bad. And I think this is a really great option, especially for $99. I mean, I know that's the average price per night, but if you're looking for something with a little more space, a full bedroom, kitchen, living area, you can kind of spread out a little bit more, this is a really fun, really great option. All right, let's move on to our 2-bedroom Airbnb. This is another condo style option. Now this is listed at $138 per night. It sleeps 7 people. And as you can see, this has a really nice, modern, sophisticated feel to it. And I love that it has all the upgrades. I mean, this place looks so, so nice. And it even has some subtle theming in what would be the kids' room. So I love that even though it does have that modern upgrade feel, it also has that Disney theme to it for the kids. So I think that's really, really fun. It also includes a fitness center. There's volleyball and basketball courts, a community pool, a lazy river. I mean, the amenities here look unbelievable. And then it is about a 15 to 20 minute drive to the parks. So a little bit further, this is where I would say renting a car would probably be your best bet, but it is a 5-minute drive to Disney Springs. So that's a nice perk as well. But I love this option. I love how nice this place is. I love all the amenities that are included. I mean, it almost feels like you're staying at a resort. The distance I can see would be a little bit of a drawback, but this was still my #1 pick for a 2-bedroom option. I think this is just fantastic. All right, moving on to the 3-bedroom Airbnb. This is actually in a townhome. So if you want to steer away from a condominium style Airbnb, this is going to be a really great option for you. So you have a little more space. Obviously, it's 3 bedrooms. It's listed at $141 per night. It sleeps 8 people, and as you can see, it is heavily themed to Disney. So again, this would be fantastic for a family if you are wanting the theming of, say, Art of Animation or All-Star Movies, something like that, and you have all the kids with you and you just want to be fully immersed in Disney. This is going to be a great option. So I love the theming to it. And one really nice perk to this townhouse is that it includes a garage. So you have a driveway and private dedicated parking, which is really, really nice. And some of the amenities that it includes, it has a fitness center, there's 2 community pools, mini golf, a game room, so fun. And then location-wise, it is 10 to 15 minutes from the park, so not that bad, and it's actually only 5 minutes away from Animal Kingdom. So you're very close to that park, and then about 10 to 15 minutes from the other parks. So if you do plan on spending a couple of days at Animal Kingdom, this would be a great option for you to be super close to that park. And considering the price point, for 3 bedrooms, the amount of space you get, and the crazy fun theming, I mean, especially if you're traveling with kids, or hey, even if you're not traveling with kids and this is just an adult trip, I say go for it. This is such a fun Airbnb. I think it's an incredible deal. And again, the amount of space you get, the amenities that are included, the location to the parks, to Animal Kingdom, I mean, this place has so much going for it. All right, moving on up. Let's talk about our 4-bedroom option. This is actually in a residential home. So lots of space, lots of privacy. This Airbnb is listed at $193 per night. It sleeps 10 people, and I would say it's pretty simple. There's not much Disney theming to it, but the biggest perk here, you guys, is this has a private pool. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. So if you are coming back in the middle of the day and it is the dead of summer and you need a break and you want to lounge by your private pool at your Airbnb, I mean, how incredible is this? So you get all this back space here in this back patio. I mean, super relaxing if you need a little bit of an escape in the middle of the day. This is such a great spot. Location-wise, this Airbnb is about a 20 to 25-minute drive to the park, so a little bit of a trade-off when you're thinking about the amount of space you're getting for the price point and that private pool. I mean, it's definitely a trade-off, but this would be the perfect scenario where I would recommend renting a car for budget purposes. So if you're willing to drive just a little bit further out of the way, you get that private pool, all the space to spread out. If you're traveling with lots of family, this is gonna be a really, really great spot. I loved this option. And lastly, let's talk about the 5-bedroom Airbnb option that I am so excited to share about. This is probably my favorite one. So this is another residential home, so you're gonna have lots of space, of course. The price per night is $238 and it sleeps 12 people. There are 3 king rooms, which are unbelievably nice. All the upgrades, modern, I mean, they're just beautiful. And then what I would consider to be the 2 kids' rooms are really fun. They've got that Disney theme going for them. I mean, I love it. I love that you have the 3 king rooms and then the 2 kid rooms that are Disney themed, so you kind of have the best of both worlds there. And then you also get the private pool with this one as well. I mean, this back patio area, just beautiful. And they've converted their garage into a game room. I mean, so fun. There's also this amazing community pool area. So it's nice that you have the option of your private pool as well as the community pool. So you have a little bit of both. And then location wise, this also is going to be a 20 to 25-minute drive to the park. So again, a little bit of a trade-off when you're thinking about the distance, but for the price per night, the amount of space you're getting, that private pool, I mean, it just doesn't get better than that. And again, this would be another scenario where I would recommend renting a car, but I am blown away with this 5-bedroom option. I mean, at $238 per night, I know that's the average, but that is a pretty good average when you're comparing that to what you could get on Disney property. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. So I am very, very impressed with this place. All right, well, those are my top 5 Airbnb options. I will have them all linked below down in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about booking Airbnbs, I would love to answer any questions. So put those down in the comments below. And if you have stayed in an Airbnb in the Disney World area, let us know down in the comments below. I would love to hear a little bit about your experience and how your vacation was. So thank you guys again for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed if you're not already, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.